Okay, so I'm going to try and do this as quick as I possibly can because I'm in between the second and third period of the Stars game, and I still have homework to do. I have a lot to do today. I'm trying though. So both teams decided to choke last night, so we have Game 7, which is making today a lot harder for me than it should be. Um, Flyers Islanders, um, Lindblom finally back on the ice. That's great to see. I loved it. I that made like I was just so happy to see him back on the ice. I'm not even a Flyers fan, but like when someone goes through what he had to go to and he's back on the ice, like you just got to feel for that. Raffle is also in while Couturier does not come back. Couturier is injured and Farabee is out. Eberle has an early breakaway, goes wide on. Grant takes an early delay of game, and their penalty kill by the Flyers there was really really good. Again, it is the Islanders' power play, so how good is it? But it doesn't matter. Barzell was definitely a target early, even after he took the freaking stick to the eye in the last game. Philly was all over him. Just every time they could, they were hitting him. Just in general, a very physical game. Varlamov denies Sanheim. Lee has a failed clear. Like it gets past the blue line, but it just kind of like trickles. And then 10-16, Hayes gets the goal by Konechny and Haig because Haig brings it in, passes it off to Konechny and draws the Islanders defenseman towards the net. And now there's a screen and Hayes, boom, puts it in the net. Right after that, at 11:52, JVR with a goal by Voracek and Sanheim. He gets alone in front, and he just decides to go with a slap shot, and Varlamov was not ready for that, I'll tell you that. So now the Flyers are up 2-0. Voracek goes, and he has a chance, too, and he gets turned aside. Abe Cabell takes a delay game. Barzell and Eberle looked like the only Islanders who showed up in the first period. Everybody else was really slow. Very sloppy defense. Nelson makes this great play here. He gets the assist on this play. He fakes the pass up the boards and then goes up to the point to Tays, who gets to Brassard, and Brassard gets the goal at 16:33. And the Flyers are still leading 2-1. The Flyers are still leading, but now Islanders are on the board. Very chippy at the buzzer, though. So we go to the second period. Bad turnover leads to a 3-on-2, and Martin cashes in. This is by Clutterbuck at 1:24. Alain Vigneault with a really bad challenge for a GTI. Doesn't get it because obviously didn't. And then they get a delay game penalty. Abe Cabell serves. And at 3:05, Lee gets a power play. Goals by Barzell and Eberle. Barzell with the shot pass goes right off the pads right to Lee. Pellick then takes a tripping penalty. Bailey has a shorthanded chance but is stopped. Lee hits Raffle in a weird angle and he goes like almost over the bench but not all the way there. Would have been fun to see. Boucher was like, whoa! I love watching Brian Boucher when that stuff happens. The offense was not there for the Flyers, especially in this period, but pretty much throughout the game. They kind of are a first period team, was what I've noticed throughout the playoffs. They got to score early, and then they'll let the other team come back, and then they'll finish the game. They don't play the second and third periods. Shen is stopped, and then a scrum. Hayes is then stopped, and then a scrum. And then at 13:21, Raffle gets a goal by Abe Cabell and Provorov. So now the game is tied. Hart has a big save on Eberle, and he also stops Lee on the rebound and a jam attempt. Hart again is just playing way better than everyone else on his team. At 19:30, though, Barzell with a goal assisted by Brassard. What a snipe. I always talk about how Barzell is very overrated, which he is, but he's still good. He's definitely not bad. And this was a great play. He shoots it between the defender's leg and right over Hart's right shoulder. Third period, lightning pace. Zizekas takes a tripping penalty early. Pajot has a really good shorthanded chance. It doesn't go. Hayes off the crossbar. Then Niskanen shoots, goes past the net, rebounds back to Hayes, and he fans. Oh, that's tough. Zizekas was stopped. Hayes takes a slashing penalty. And at 9:53, Lawton gets a goal assisted by Drew for the first shot of the period on a breakaway. And now it's tied up again. Varlamov has a big stop on JVR. Braun takes a tripping penalty late. And Lee is denied. And he had a few whacks at it too. It was really close. So we go to overtime. Hart stops Barzell on an early chance. Very slow start for both teams. I think the Islanders were a little apprehensive because the Flyers have won every overtime game in the series so far, and the Flyers just don't have an offense. Lee was stopped. Brassard takes the slashing penalty, and as per typical with the Flyers, a really bad power play. 3 shots. Wait, what did I say? Yeah, they only had 3 shots 15 minutes into the period. The fourth period, whatever. Shots were 15 to 20 in favor of the Islanders with 4 minutes left in overtime. Ooh. Everly takes a delay a game, but on that power play, Sanheim is forced to take a hooking penalty, so we get 4-on-4. Second overtime, Grant blocks a Brassard shot. Hart is just so good. So freaking good. Then Raffle has a shot, and it sits on the line, and Varlamov's right there and just barely gets a pad on it. Almost had one of the Islanders get a hand on the puck, which would have been a penalty shot, but nope. Islanders are playing a little bit, and then Taves' stick just explodes. Like, he's not passing. I think he went to pass. He wasn't going to shoot. Definitely not. His stick just explodes into pieces, which leads to the puck going the other way. And at 15:03, Provorov gets the goal by Hayes. And in double overtime, the Flyers force Game 7 with a 5-4 win. Wow. So the Flyers also don't lose in overtime. So if they play Tampa Bay, we'll see who really is the overtime masters. Again, welcome back, Lindblom. I thought that was great. Do the Islanders go to Greiss for Game 7? They at the second goal, with the JVR goal, they almost pulled Varlamov. I don't know if people noticed that, but you had Trotz was talking to Greiss like, hey, you ready, type of deal. And was looking back at Varlamov, but then decided to keep him in, which I think was the right decision. But I don't know, back-to-back losses, you might go back to him. Shots on goal were 53-31 in favor of the Islanders. I didn't even know the Islanders were capable of getting that many shots on goal. Face-off percentage was 56.4 to 43.6 in favor of the Flyers. Both the Flyers go 0 for 4 on the power play for 0%, and the Islanders go 1 for 6 for 17%. Hits were 73-64, Jesus, in favor of the Islanders. Block shots were 31-29 in favor of Philadelphia. Save percentage was .925 to .839 in favor of Philadelphia. And Game 7 is on Saturday, which is tomorrow as of the recording of this video. Oh, man. This game made me so sad. Vancouver, Vegas. Now, I think the thing that bothers me the most about this game is I don't know who to blame for Vegas' loss, but we'll get to that at the end. Vancouver came out wicked fast. Immediately just all over the puck. Leonard was getting tested early. He was making the saves early. But at 2:50, Virtanen with a wraparound goal is by Mott. And right after that, Pacioretty takes a holding penalty in the offensive zone. Smith had 2 really good shorthanded chances. Don't go because Demko. There's a missed too many men on Vancouver on the next rush that they had, which, like, I would be really mad about, except our power play couldn't get anything going. And Vegas. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Vegas fan. I'll own it. This is just painful. Theodore has a great feed to Carlson that doesn't go. Theodore, again, putting the team on his back as best he can. Stasny's alone in front with a pretty wide open net, and he tried to pass it to Riley Smith. That made me mad. Horvat took a holding penalty, and Stone hits the outside of the post on that penalty kill. On the power play, I meant. Mott on the penalty kill blocks Shea Theodore. Martinez can't handle the puck on a wide open net. Hughes, great steal on a 3-on-2. Carlson with a backhanded chance that gets absolutely robbed. No shots for 14 minutes for the Canucks. That's something I'm noticing in these playoff games. Teams will go forever without a shot on goal, and then they'll still win the game. At the Flyers. Even the Avs the other night. Like, what the hell? Fanberg takes a hooking penalty towards the end here with the Knights. The Knights were fine in their game towards the end of that period. They were very slow for the first half. Second half, much better. Hi, Lila. It's my dog barking. Vandenberg took a hooking at the end of the first, which extended into the second. Like, it didn't even start. They killed off the delayed part with the time. Plenty of chances, but nothing in the net. Tanev stops a 2-on-1 with Carlson and Pacioretty. That was just a great play. Knights had the last 13 of 15 shots. Edler with a shot on goal. It's the first one they've had in 19 minutes. Over 19 minutes. Tuck misses the net. White Cloud missing the net. Oh, man. Demko was starting to get in their head, I'm telling you. Leonard has a good stop on Pearson, who's out in front. Carrier takes a holding the stick penalty. Miller goes wide after Horvat with a really good no-look feed. Whitecloud shaken and goes to the bench. Poor Whitecloud just getting his ass kicked lately. No interference called on Roussel. That one could have gone... Lila, shut up. I don't have time to re-record this. This is staying in. No interference on Roussel. Probably should have been called, but at the same time, like, it's not a game changer. Only because nothing was really happening on the power play. And at the end of the day, I don't blame a missed power play for the Knights losing, and it really wouldn't have given them any more momentum than they had. They were pretty much dominating the game at all times until the third, really. Stasny gets robbed. Edler takes a delay game. Myers is robbed. There was nothing on that power play, I should have said. Myers is robbed. Miller has a huge hit on Theodore behind the Vegas net, and then Theodore is robbed late in the second. We go to the third. Carlson is stopped early. Then he goes wide, which leads to the puck going down the other way, and Miller gets a goal assist by Hughes. Stasny then takes a hooking penalty. Pearson is robbed on that power play again, right in front of the net. Leonard again having a skate issue, I think. But I don't know for a fact because commentary never mentioned it again, and they didn't show it on any replays. But I think he had a loose skate blade. Stone has a really good shorthanded chance, but Pettersson is able to get back and help Demko on a breakaway. Smith is told no. Wall was absolutely robbed. You tell this is like starting to hurt me a little bit. Reese can't cash in on a rebound. Myers looked hurt. He still played the rest of the game, but he looked hurt after this. Mott and Virtanen basically have a 2-on-0, but Mott lets Virtanen take a breakaway. It stopped. Stetcher and Cousins have a battle, and they both take roughing, which leads to a 4-on-4. And Hughes cashes in on that 4-on-4 with a goal that goes post and innocent by Miller and Tanev. Smith tries to answer, but he's stopped. Miller takes a tripping penalty. Stone is stopped. Demko's starting to look fatigued, and I think it's just because he's played a lot this game. He's had to make a lot of saves. At that point, I think he had made 40 saves, and they weren't like easy saves. None of these saves that Demko, like, that's the biggest thing about Demko and why he's so impressive. These aren't easy saves. These aren't shots coming from the outside. A lot of these shots are from the slot, right in his face, and he's turning them aside. You start seeing that there's shorter shifts for the Canucks. With 5:56 remaining, the Knights go empty net, and at 15:22, Horvat gets the empty net, goals by Pearson and Sutter. The commentary team noted that Demko might be cramping. I don't know. I think he's probably fine, but the Knights fan of me is like kind of hoping. But also, like, that would suck. I don't want to wish for anyone to get injured. McNabb crushes Virtanen late, which, like, I don't like in terms of, like, sportsmanship. You shouldn't really be laying that kind of hit when you're down 4-0, but at the same time, like, that's been McNabb's game the entire time he's played hockey, so I'm not surprised. Cousins takes a late cross-check and gets 10-minute misconduct. Vancouver wins 4-0. With the assist Hughes got on the Miller goal, he has the most assists by a rookie ever in playoff history. Again, with a little asterisk because of the round-robin games. Demko has 90 saves in the last 2 games. First shutout by Canucks rookie, and it's the 4th saves all-time by a rookie. It's also the most saves in a rookie's win for a shutout. Oh, it's painful. Theodore's second in shots on goal, only behind Nathan McKinnon. It's not Leonard's fault that they lost at all. Leonard was really dialed in the whole game. There was just no offense. But at the same time, like, what more do the Knights do? That's what I've been wondering since last night into today, like the whole day. If you can't tell, I get really invested in my sports teams. Like, what do they do? Shots from the point? No. Shots from the slot? No. Breakaways? No. Redirections? No. Like, what do they do? I don't know. They didn't, like, the defense wasn't turning over pucks in their own zone. Defense actually was really solid today. There wasn't bad goaltending. The offense isn't really bad. They're just having no luck. And Game 7's tonight, and I have a little bit of hope, but I try. Oh, man, it is what it is. I really hope they don't blow another 3-1 lead because that'll really hurt me. But we'll see. Canucks were my sleeper pick for the Cup, but the Knights were my pick for the Cup. So, stats: shots on goal were 48-23 in favor of Vegas. Face-off percentage was 59.6 to 40.4 in favor of the Canucks. Both teams went 0 on the power play. The Canucks went 0 for 4, while the Knights went 0 for 5, both for 0%. Hits were 43-26 in favor of Vegas. Block shots were 21-12 in favor of Vancouver. Save percentage was 100% to .826 in favor of Vancouver. And I gotta go finish watching the Stars-Avs game and then finish homework and then go see my friends because I've been literally stuck in my basement doing work for the whole week and I need this break. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like these takes, you find me on the Armchair Analysts podcast on SoundCloud. You can also reach me on Instagram at Garrison5505. I'll link that in the description. Well, not link, but put the name because I don't know how to link from my phone, man. I'm not good at this. Also, I don't have time. I'm really on a crunch right now. All right, bye.